We welcome our friend Bill Barnwell back to the show after a season of paying the bill. The bill's paid. The man hit 80% of the things he said that would happen. And let's dive right in and talk Wild Card Weekend. And let's begin with that Eagles-Seahawks game and the Jadaveon Clowney news we just shared. Obviously significant. You believe, Bill, that he is one of, if not maybe the most significant players this weekend. Why?
Because, Scott, the Seahawks pass rush, it's a mess. With or without Jadaveon Clowney, it has been a problem this year. You go back over the past decade, look at every pass rush, every sack rate for every playoff team over the past decade. The Seahawks have the fourth worst sack rate of any playoff team over the last 10 years. Wow. And that's with a healthy Jadaveon Clowney for most of the season. So we know he's been banged up since that Niners game. I think they have to have a healthy and productive Jadaveon Clowney against that Eagles offensive line to win this game.
It's not unusual to see the unexpected these weekends. Somebody typically pulls off the upset. Minnesota in New Orleans would be the biggest, at least from Vegas's perspective. For the Vikings to have a chance, to have their best chance, Bill, they need to do what?
They got to pass the ball. This is a passing offense at this point. I know they want to be a run-first offense, at least in their heads. The thing they do best is the play-action pass. Over the course of this entire season, Kirk Cousins, a guy who was not seen as a great quarterback, has the fourth best passer rating in all football when he uses a play fake. And we know the Vikings offense is very similar to the San Francisco 49ers offense. And they had a ton of success with play action in that game a couple weeks ago against the Saints. The Saints have one of the worst passer ratings allowed in all of football against the play action pass this year. So again, I don't think the Vikings should be favored, but I think if they do pull off the upset, I think their best way to do it is to keep that Saints defense honest with the play-action pass.
And obviously the presence of a Dalvin Cook gives you an opportunity. Without him, you know, there just wasn't a whole lot of respect from the Packers on play-action, because why would you? You're not, you know, faking a handoff to Dalvin Cook. He says he'll be ready to roll this week, and they got to have him. All right, Bill, we'll talk AFC a bit later. Bill Barnwell now, as promised, joins us to talk AFC. And obviously, I was just talking Pats. I'm not writing their obit this week. I think that they can win. The offense, I think, justifiably can be criticized because it struggled. But if they can lean on the other side of the ball defensively, what can the Patriots do to at least advance for one more week?
Yeah, I think it's going to be about that defensive side of the ball, Scott. And I think it's going to be about what they do in the red zone. We know, hey, Tennessee's offense with Ryan Tannehill, it's been fantastic. There's something about it that is not quite sustainable, though. They're converting 87% of their red zone possessions into touchdowns when Ryan Tannehill's been the quarterback. Over that same time frame, nobody else in the NFL, every good offense in the NFL, every great running game, they're converting no more than 72% of their red zone possessions. So Tennessee is way above everybody else, and that's just not sustainable. I don't care how good Ryan Tannehill is. Patriots also the fourth best red zone defense in all football. So I think you're going to see a bunch of slow down red zone opportunities for the Titans. And oh, by the way, their kicker, Greg Joseph, has not attempted a field goal in 2019. So this game comes down to a red zone stop and maybe a last-second field goal attempt from a kicker who hasn't kicked all season. I kind of lean the Patriots' way there.
Understandable. Now, the Wild Card Weekend kicks off with the Bills and the Texans here on ESPN. And this is strength on strength. And you think that this could be where the game is decided. And the strength on strength is what?
We talked about it before, Scott. It's the Bills eliminating big plays from opposing offenses. Since the start of 2018, when this defense has been really good under Sean McDermott, they have allowed 26 plays of 30 yards or more, the fewest in the National Football League. Houston Texans, if you watch the Houston Texans play, you know what they want to do. They want to get it downfield to all their great receivers. They are the third happiest offense when it comes to creating big plays of 30 yards or more. So I think the Bills are going to do a pretty good job. Maybe the Texans get one of those plays, but if you're the Texans and you expect to get more than one of those, I think you're going to have trouble. They have to find another way to move the football against this great Bills defense.
Bonus questions. Josh Allen good enough to go on the road and win a playoff game?
Josh Allen is good enough to go on the road and win a playoff game. I just don't know that it's going to happen every single time he goes on the road. If we get the second half Josh Allen from that Patriots game, they can win. If we get the first half Josh Allen, I don't know.
Bill, appreciate you, man. Enjoy Wild Card Weekend. Look forward to talking next week. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.